All right. Thank everybody for joining in, tuning in to the Law Nation Network. So many things on my mind as it relates to football. Football, the draft process is a fickle sport. We all know that we just can't know the outcome of the draft, but we can make speculations just like the market and stock trading and stuff like that. We can look at trends, tendencies, whether or not it's volatile and stuff like that. So I try to look at it with an open eye. So many things else that can go on with this particular draft. But I must say the draft is loaded with defensive players that we really need in order to push us to the next level. 13-3 last year. Well, you got to start from humble beginnings. Even though we won and done in the playoff, but there's so many other elements as it comes to the draft, tendencies that we want to look for, traits, aggressiveness, tenacity, skill sets. You're going to hear us saying that being able to have soft hands or strong hand when it comes to the defensive line. Are they able to bend, get low, and get pressure to the quarterback? Are they able to learn the system? There's so many hitting elements as it relates to football in general, but that's just how the process goes. That's how everything is. That's just how football is in general. But we must be able to stay focused and keep things in the right perspective as it relates to football collectively. But I thank those who are joining in. I thank those who are able to communicate back and forth and find us players. There's so many things as it relates to football players. Are they able to translate to the next level? That's another key ingredient. If these players are able to translate to the next level, then what we're looking at is not a farce, So, but our whole goal is collectively, between us and the Cowboy Nation and everybody who just like to just talk a draft, is to figure out these players. So when it comes to March, April, May, June, we have a clear conscious or clear notion of who that player is and what they can bring to the team. What's up, Mustang 0772 and Sean 11? Good morning to you guys, and good afternoon, and good evening to those who are following to the channel. We're just going to just get everything going before I start. The news of the day is should the Cowboys or should they not trade Tony Romo to get assets? When you have an old Porsche in the car, right, in the parking lot, or if you have a Jag or something like that, a very expensive car, you try not to showcase it as much, but you do know what it has under the hood, and not everyone knows what that car has. So with that being said, with that philosophy, I really think that the Cowboy Nation got that Porsche under the garage with the cover over it and everything. They routed up a little bit against the Eagles game, but they are going to try to figure out something. And Denver, from last night, I was looking at some photos and stuff like that. Denver showing their hand with John Elway talking to Romo. Now, neither here nor there. If that was Jerry Jones talking to a player, then they'd have all type of news media talking about, schmoozing a player and stuff like that, insider trade and stuff like that. But neither here nor there. We're not worried about that. I would entertain Romo for Miller contract talks, or Romo for one of their premier defensive guys, or a combination of picks and stuff like that, because I think they're kind of mid-round. I don't know exactly what Denver is picking at in this draft, but who knows? They are a team that is no one to play with, because they started off hot and ready, and all they needed was a quarterback. Let's see what else we got there before we start. I saw a notification from Mark Holmes said Tony Romo seen with John Elway. Yeah, there's all over social media and 105.3 The Fan. They got all of these Tony Romo talk about him going to Denver opposed to going to Texans or the Jaguars or whoever think that they have interest. But with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get ready to rumble, right? Let's get ready to get this thing going in the right direction as we go live on the draft. Let's see what we got. We got Reuben Foster, a beast within himself. The things that's gonna jump out with this guy is his ability to get down and dirty and being able to just tackle. And this guy's gonna jump off on your screen. He's one of those guys that you can say, I have a 90% chance that this guy's skill set is gonna translate to the NFL. He's a faster Reggie Ragland, who I thought we was going to get last year. He's a better, I'm not going to say he's a better McClain, the guy that Rolando McClain, whatever that guy name that was on our team, but he's in the mold or the motif of that guy, and I think he's a little bit more level-headed than that guy. So let's get this thing going. I know that you guys probably already saw this guy, but this guy is vicious. This guy is ferocious. He jump out on your screen, and it just could be us wishful thinking, because this guy, there's no way in life this guy is going to make it over the 28th pick. If so, it'll be a blessing for us. But just look how this guy jumps off at the screen. He tackles with he got good techniques in tackling. He will destroy you. Look at her. Foster, Johnny Foster will go top 15 without a shot of a doubt, man. This guy is amazing. Jumps out at the screen. And like I was saying, these words that we're looking for: tenacity, strength, flexible, bendable, moldable. Is he able to fit in the 4-3? Is he able to fit in the 3-4? I believe this guy can fit on anybody's team. The way his skill set is surrounded by his size and his mass. What is his vision? It's like, wow, look at her. Just destroying the quarterback. A quarterback destroyer. I like it. Is he tackling heads up, eyes on the target? Yes. Is he wrapping up tackling? Yeah. Find the position, but you can see a little. You can learn a little through highlights. Look at the endless motor. We're looking for motor. A defensive end must have a motor, must not give up. You guys to see his target and tackle, explosive. You saw he throw up a little extra, little quick. I like that. Look at that. Can he do run support? Yes. Is he able to tackle this target and strip for the ball? Yes. He got every category. If I had a checkoff box, he checks out in every single category. And you'll know who number 10 is. I guarantee you that. They just loaded. Don't give up on the play. Hey, I like people to play through the whistle. Play through the whistle. I love that. Look, run support. Boy, don't we need something like that? Let's just go back to that play right there. This play is a tone setter. Will make you realize and say, hey, I'm checking out, coach. I don't want to play no more. I'm retiring. Look at that. Aggressive. Although he led with his shoulder, he was able to still grab those legs, man. I love to see that. It's wishful thinking, man. For us to get this guy, that would be remarkable. Kind of like last year, we was like, man, Jalen Smith is wishful thinking. Then what we saw what he did in the bowl game and snap up all his knees and stuff. And then we get him, But look at this guy. Down the hill player. You want somebody down the hill. So you want somebody who can stop the run. And believe it or not, we was like top 2 or top 3 against the run this year. Somebody like this would just make our defense even more. You have to respect our defense. Well, Cowboy Nation defense, not my defense, but you guys get what I'm saying. Reuben Foster. That guy's amazing. All right, guys, going back to the chat log, who did you guys got an eye on or did you watch? I watched Hooker highlights yesterday. That boy is good. Shout out to Manuel. Yeah, that guy is off the chain. Like I say, man, guys like that, man, is somebody that comes once in a lifetime. The skill set that this guy have, and the ability to just, well, not once in a lifetime, but every 2 or 3 years. You don't come every year. Believe that, Go and look up this outside linebacker and see what you guys talking about this guy. Ohio State. Is that Requan or McMillan? All right. Storybook films. I love this storybook films. Ohio State. Let's go ahead and get past the story. We don't need no story, right? That boy fast right there. Shout out to Mason. Nothing much, man. Right now we just down here watching some film, trying to get everything going in the right perspective. We got a long way to go. A long way to go. A long way to go into March, April, May, June. I like football season more around June and July. That way I can really know who we already have on our team, and we can really get down into, I can do an in-depth study. Right now I would just be wasting time trying to do an in-depth. This guy is amazing, but this highlight clip is horrible. Let me see if I can find another highlight clip from this guy. We're mad to put placeholder. Let's see what we got. Let's just see him how he play against Ohio. Play against Clemson. Let's see what we got. Well, he's number 5. There you go. He got this guy flexed all the way out like a cornerback. That means he's rangy, fast, quick. But we got those guys. We got the Hitchens of the worlds and the Wilson kid. No, probably be no room for this guy. All right, so latest NFL mock draft: Tease Tabar going 27. Could be close enough for us to get. Tease Tabar or Tabar Tease or Jalen. That guy will do wonders on our team. We'll be able to do just fantastic stuff. His ability to play on the outside, and he's going to be on the outside guy. I don't think they'll ever put him in a slot, but for our team or what have you. But it would be a good pickup. I wouldn't frown upon that pick. But if we get a chance to get him, that'll be a plus to our team. He's a pass rushing specialist. Look up Bernie. Shout out to Bernie. You had a chance to look up McKinney from UCLA. I think I did. Is that no? I haven't. That's that guy with the funny first name. Let me see, UCLA. Let's see what we got. No, I don't have nothing. Gotta give me his first name. I think it's Tarsky or something. I'm butchering this guy's name. But let's see if we can find, well, hell, I'll tell you what, I know who has it. I'll just use his page for all of the highlights. Thank you everybody for joining in and being in with the channel. I can't find that guy for nothing to save the world. We'll just look at some TJ Watt film until I find this guy. That's the guy I want on my team right there. There's so many guys, man, that's out here that they'll do wonders for this team. Yeah, that's his name. I couldn't spell it for nothing in the world. Let me see. I don't know what his mama was thinking. What this guy mama was thinking named him that. Alright. Boy. And believe it or not, I looked at his highlight film the other day and I couldn't even realize this man's name. But like I said, these players, man, we're gonna really know who they are, man, after the combine, man. When the combine hit, we're gonna figure out these guys all together collectively. But this guy coming off the edge, that's a sack fumble. Like that pressure off the edge. I love that. Eyes on the football. Get that pressure on him. Disruptive. He looked a little light. I want to know what his measurables are. We get all the official measurables from the combine, I guess. But yeah, he just manhandled that guy. Got a little swag to him. I love that. Watch it. Oh man, that offensive lineman whiffed. That's better than a sack right there. Those type of plays almost better than a sack. When you cause that, you being that disruptive on the line, causing the quarterback to get rid of the ball too soon, it's better than a sack. Man, in certain scenarios and cases and stuff like that. Coverage sack right there. That really don't count, but I like the hustle. Get him. I love that. You saw how that guy wrapped him up and knocked that ball out of his hand. I love that. Those are things that you really like to see off of a defensive end or defensive lineman or anybody down in the dirt. Yeah, Charles Harris is a defensive tackle, and Charles Harris will be crazy good on our team. Think about this: if somehow, some way, if Charles Tapper can get healed, remarkably, some new science can create a new back for this guy, and Jalen Smith get out there, then we set. But it's just so many things. Like I say, football is such a fickle deal, fickle sport, that you just never know. It could be somebody coming out of the 6th and 7th round. It's going to be a beast next year, Somebody we never heard of, like David Irving or somebody like that. Next year, this season, David Irving needs to get at least 8 to maybe 10 sacks, man. That's what I want to see with David Irving. All right, Charles played 1 year in high school. Wow. Well, Charles got that ability to do that, man. Charles just a beast altogether. And this guy right here is a beast too as well. I looked him up the other day. Well, a lot of these mock drafts got things going on with here, got things going on with that. But it's going to be kind of hard for us to see what we got. Hold on, let me see what we got going on here. Yeah. So it's going to be kind of hard for us to get things going. Let me correct this footage right here for us. Yeah, thank all you guys for being into the fold with me. All right, so yes, Tapper should. Tapper said he was going to be ready for next year. Maybe the front office don't think thinks a DE is first round needed. Like a big wit. I don't know. Who like a big wit? I don't know. Law, do you think the Cowboys are close to being consistent and making a playoff each year, or we back to 8-8? I'm glad you said that the 8-8, and I heard, and like I said, I disagree wholeheartedly with Mark Holmes. Although I like his channel, I like his page, when he says that Jason Garrett is I guess horrible or not a great coach and this sort of thing. But if revisionist history goes and show us, his record is pretty much spot on with Landry, and he's starting off better than Belichick started off with. And his record, believe it or not, is 5-3, 8-8, 8-8, 8-8. and what it was, 12-4, and 4-12, and down 13-3. I mean, of course, we can look at the guy and say he's lethargic. He don't look enthused. He don't look motivated. But when you got Jerry Jones as your general manager, president, owner, operator / coach, scouting, you got this guy that's always constantly over your shoulder, head. You just can't get any seasoned coach to come in there and be able to coach this team, because for once, we'll get back to the drawing board. We'll have let's say for instance, collectively, we go out and get Jim Harbaugh. He brings in his philosophy, he brings in his team, he brings in his prestige, knowledge of the game. He comes in, let's say we do 11-5 or 12-4 again with Jim Harbaugh. And we say, okay, he's a good coach, he's going to put us in the right direction. That very next season, the moment we don't win, and then he get filled up with all the BS that Jerry Jones is able to shove down his throat, then guess what happens? He quits, or he gives up, and he say, I retire, I want to go to another team. And he leaves us without any direction, and then we go back to 5-11, 3-13. We go back to finding a coach. All I'm saying is ride the horse you came in on. Understand that football as itself is different type of sports nowadays because of the different dynamics. We got a crazy owner. I love him. He's like one of those guys you love and hate at the same time, because he's got his interest best in winning the game, but his crazy hands are always in the mix, stirring up the pot, and it causes all type of crazy stuff to happen. So, like you guys are saying in the chat log, this guy Sidney Jones, boy, he hell of a defensive back. But those are things that we just got to look beyond. If we go, I'm telling you, this next year, I just don't see 8-8, not with Ezekiel Elliott and the mist. If he can stay healthy, not with Dak Prescott, learning the system and playing beyond his time, and just not with the continuity. At the end of the day, the players the coaches that you say are inexperienced becomes experience, So just give it time. I do know that he's just not the pick that everybody wants. He's not the coach with the fire and brimstone. But to me, he's a hell of a better coach than some of these coaches that got Super Bowl rings. So he's in my opinion, he's better than the Pittsburgh Steelers coach. He's just better, He got a better pedigree. But neither here nor there. There's a horse of a different color. There's a whole nother talk that we can go back and forth on. But this kid right here, I would love to have that kid. And I know we did film and view on this guy earlier already before. But that kid is amazing. Let's see what else we got out here. We pretty much, I know I didn't look up. I looked up Jamal Adams. Look up this guy. Not Steph Curry. Let's look up Desmond King again. See what we got from this guy. Because I had to relook at, maybe look at somebody else highlighted this guy. He might fall around our time. And let's see what we got. Like I said, they call him a twinner player. There's somebody who's who can play safety and cornerback. Some people have him drafted, top 15 as well. All right, let's see what we got in the chat log while I'm just having that playing in the back. Bernie, Tapper, Irvin, Lawrence, a rookie, and maybe a Gregory back for the playoffs. I'm just, still far-fetched with Gregory. He's one of those guys that you're still gonna be kind of wishy-washy on as it relates to off the field issues. Because although he looks like he got his head and his shoulders right in the right places, but it could be another scenario where he Whereas he still might, he might fall into the traps of smoking a little joint here and there again. But I'll just have all focus on 2018 for Gregory. Jake Butt, tight end from Michigan. Witten has about a couple years left, I hope. I think Jake Butt done snapped up his knee, and he's not able to. He gonna drop in the draft. Maybe he can drop to the third round. I don't know for sure. But let's see. Let's take a look at Jake Butt. We already looked at Desmond King. Let's see. He looks like Jason Witten from what I see right now. I looked at Jake Butt highlights the other day, I believe, but need an understudy for Big Witten. Like I say, my hands on deck for O.J. Howard, but you can squeeze this guy, because I know for sure if I know who will draft Jake Butt, and that would be the New England Patriots of the world. Look at that, athletic. When the last time we had an athletic tight end? Not trying to cast anything at Jason Witten, because he can move, but he's distinctive moves. As far as blocking ability, I think Jake Butt will be a better blocker. They flex O.J. Howard out to the outside a lot, But anybody that comes in this system, and anybody got that type of frame, they don't have that Escobar frame, that long, lean type of frame. Then either or of these tight ends, we should be able to mold and learn blocking. Because the knock on Jason was that he wasn't a great blocking, but Jason managed to pick up techniques and learn some old wise tricks on learning how to block better and stuff like that without holding and stuff. I sure hate that this guy snapped his knee up, but or tore something, and either his knee or his Achilles or something of that nature, and probably still get high in the draft. But I would hate for us to use a second round pick on him, and that he won't be able to be ready. We done lived through that story before. But I sure hate for him to go to the Giants or somebody like that too as well. So it's like that old crazy conundrum. But you don't want the Giants to get like a dominant tight end like this with Odell Beckham and Sterling Shepherds of the world. What'd you say, Carmen? Giant fans want a tight end. Giants needs a tight end. Will the team draft a tight end? Without a shot of a doubt, they're gonna get a tight end this year. They're gonna try to get an offensive lineman, but they may gamble. They in a desperate mode right now, just like any team that did spend $200 million on defense last year in free agency alone. They're going to figure out a way to be able to get some type of offensive power now. They're not even really thinking on defense. Now, they may lose JPP. They may lose, I heard they may lose Cromartie on their team. But they focus on that offense, I guarantee you that. They're ranked like 23rd or 24th in offense. Is he a better tight end than Howard? You talking about this Butt guy, Jake Butt? His ability to he's a better he fits the motif better. He fits the tight end, the classic tight end better than O.J. Howard, in my opinion. He looks like he can do a little bit more in a tight end aspect, and I think if you want to say blocking / catching tight end, yes, up the scene. But O.J. Howard is more elusive, faster, quicker, and put you in the mind of a younger Sterling, Shannon Sharpe, I meant to say. So kind of put you in that type of mantra of tight ends or or a younger Jeremy Shockey type. You remember a good comparison would be OJ Howard is more so on the Jeremy Shockey aspect of tight ends, and Jake Butt is more so on the Jason Witten type of tight ends. So if you can make that analysis, put that on the board, both was great at their time, and it's just that Jason Witten outlasted. What kind of formation? All right, so y'all saw that formation. I was like, what's going on there? Let's see if that play worked. It did. They didn't know who the assignment. So this guy's crafty too as well. But shout out to the offensive coordinator for that. All right, so what we got here in the chat log, Bernie, I've been liking wide receivers like Smith, Scoster from USC, and two wide receivers from LSU, Dupree and Duvall. All right, I'm gonna take a look at them. Henry, shout out to you and Carmen as well in the chat box. Torn his ACL in practice before the game, expected to make a full recovery. Hey man, I just don't like to take those type of risks. But like I said, I'm not the GM. If he's make a full recovery, then he will be mine. In my opinion, he'll be on my big board. David, I can't say his last name, tight end from Miami. He has receiving abilities, and I don't know about his blocking. All right, I'm gonna take a look at him too as well. Would you think Jordan Reed is a good comparison for Howard? Yes, Mason. Yeah, Jordan Reed is a great comparison. Excuse me. Jordan Reed is a great comparison to Jordan Howard. Jordan Reed is a great. I said Jordan Howard. See, yeah. If I'm start messing up names like that, then yeah, great comparison to great comparison. OJ Howard equals Jordan Reed. Jordan Reed was drafted what, 5th, 6th round or something like that, and pretty much a year before previously. Has not been stretched enough. If I can speak today, this guy's athletic. We need somebody dynamic who can put the pressure off of and give Cole Beasley free releases on the inside routes and be able to just murder them with. But it all depends on our staff, man. They may feel that Jeff Swaim or whatever his name is, George Swaim, is able to do this type of plays or able to stretch the middle of the field, which we all know he can't. But sometimes our particular philosophy as it comes to like drafting offensive players, they do get stuck on the mantra of my type of guys, and that could be a hindrance for us if we don't decide to go out and get a dynamic tight end like this, in my opinion. Look at this guy. He can catch the ball. He demands some type of a presence out there when he flex to the outside. Those are things that we really need on this particular team that we have. All right, so let's see what else in the chat box. I thank you guys, like I said, for still joining in and being in on the channels. They signed Rico Gathers to a 3-year contract. See, my point exactly, Manuel. They may say, I firmly believe in building our own type of guys, and there'll be a wasteful pick, and we can get Rico to this type of level. And let's see if you're gonna catch this. Oh, buddy. I don't know if Rico can do this though. That's the only problem with that. I don't know if Rico can do that, stretches in the middle of the field. He's athletic enough, yes, we all know that, but I don't know if he can do this. See, OJ Howard would have scored, or he's just a little quicker than this guy. Look at there. But this guy got good hands, soft hands, and I like that. Look at soft hands. Soft hands, able to catch the ball. He catches the ball actually with his hands. Yeah, Rico Mason is still a project in the making, and his route tree is going to be very limited. I'm talking about supreme limited. If I was the Cowboys, I'd have put him on the defensive line and say, hey, see quarterback, you chase quarterback, with that size and girth that he have. I'd have put Rico on defensive end, in my opinion. Because this tight end position is a very, very, very key, important position. A tight end now in these days in the NFL is an offensive lineman that's able to stretch and run down the field. That's how much knowledge a tight end must have. People are mistaking the knowledge and the skills that Jason Witten has. The ability to just take a look at this Jordan Howard guy. The ability for him to be able to understand the assignments and understand to have to stay back for protection. His years of an experience of being able to protect Tony Romo or to be able to take Dak Prescott. That somebody that you just can't throw out there and say, okay, do that job. That's something that takes knowledge. You got to be smart to be a tight end. You got to know every slot position play, because you can flex tight end to the slot. They can run fade routes. I mean, a tight end, that's why I say you got to be knowledgeable of the game. You just can't be you got to know where your down and out markers are. 9 times out of 10, the tight ends are 6'5", 6'4", or better, and they're a safety valve for quarterbacks. So they got to know where the markers at. They got to know how to do pass protection, the blitz protection. They got to know how to get skinny in post. They got to know how to do a lot of things. Look at this guy. God, my goodness. So that's why I say Rico, he got years, man, before he even become a threat. Rico won't be able to do this straight out of, game ready. It'll take 3 to maybe 4 years before he's able to do that. And at that point, you probably say, okay, we'll put him in only on certain downs or only in red zones and stuff like that. And that's cutting one hand and putting it behind your back, But this guy, man, this guy's game ready. I mean, he's like the who's that guy who used to he was just hella good with Drew Brees. Every time he scored a touchdown, he would dunk, and now he's going to the Seattle Seahawks. I forgot his name. Jimmy. Yeah, he's a Jimmy Graham. And Dak Prescott will be able to find him. He's a tall target. He can get skinny. He can run every single route. I mean, come on. But neither here or me gloating about a tight ends. And Lord knows we need a defensive player. Let me take a look at what you guys have. You say Swaim. I hope I'm saying this guy's name right, because I still mess up this guy's name. Jeff or George is not on the roster as receiving tight end. He's very good in blocking for the run game. Hey man, you're about 80% right, because I think that he was developing a type of chemistry with Dak Prescott before he snapped his shoulder or chest up, whatever happened to him, and he was catching some wheel routes, and he was putting them out and fade, and then he was disruptive in the passing block protection and all that stuff. So I mean, he's a learning project, man. Just like James Hanna. James Hanna was drafted just to be this type of guy. Hell, we talking about tight ends. We got James Hanna, George or Jeff Swing, and we got Jason Witten still out there, and we got this project guy Rico Gathers. Shouldn't we be talking about a defensive guy, somebody who's going to be able to be on the line and make different changes on the line? So let me see and then we got Escobar. See, I even left. We got a slew of tight ends, man. That guy, like I say, is amazing. All right, what else we got in the chat box? Mason Hayes, would you have spent the first round pick to get Howard though? I say all this, yeah. If Howard's there, if he's high on my board, I shouldn't pass him up because of his ability to like I say, stretch the field. I tell you what, you wouldn't want to see him going to the likes of the Eagles, or you wouldn't want to see him going to the likes of the Giants. Not saying you should draft to stop somebody else, from picking up a person, but at that point in time, you wouldn't want to guard against him. All right, the production of Escobar gave us Rico might be able to do that. Laugh out loud. Bernie, you right. Jason saved Dak, but a lot of times, laugh out loud. He did. Jason Witten did save Dak Prescott a lot of times. Jason Witten is, like I say, the safety fail clutch. Safe, I meant to say. So he's that guy, you know, like I say, he's able to do those things to save the quarterbacks in any given time. Should we draft Sports Gamer 101? Shout out to you, man. Thank you for joining in to the channel network and being supportive. All right, we should draft a cornerback or a defensive end, basically, like you said, and just leave out the offense alone. Let me ask you this: should we draft a cornerback, defensive end? Ooh, nice pick. Let me see what he gonna do with it. What he gonna do with it? Can he take it? Nah, he ain't gonna take it to the house. Oh no, I don't know. Okay, I like what I'm seeing off this kid, Buda Baker. All right, so what we should do is, he said we should draft a cornerback or a defensive end. What about a defensive tackle? My boy. Since he was from Alabama, he was coached by Saban. You right. Saban is a tree of Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett is a branch off of Saban's coaching tree. Johnny Mitchell. I'm gonna take a look at him. What position do he play? Shout out to John Lowe. Sarayo. I hope I said your name right. Look at that guy. You gonna get both feet down? You got to get it down in the pros. Coming off the edge. Almost a good pick. He tried to do it with one hand, catch it with two, brother. Coming off the edge. I like this Buddha. Buddha love. See, that's where you get your scrappy players from, man. When you go down in the 3rd and 4th round, you pick up some players, man, that's able to jump out at you. Players playing with a little chip on his shoulder. I love that. This guy catches everything. He running routes better than the receivers. Give me this ball. This ball belongs to me. Watch how he just explosive. I love that. Oh yeah, Baker is going first or second, but he going second, man. I don't think he's going first. It's just two. Watch it. He going second. You know what? I was looking at everything. I was just thinking about just looking at this film. What Cowboys Nation, what we really needs to do is pick whatever we need to pick in the first round, right? We need 2 picks in the second round, regardless of whatever the scenario is. Since this draft is so heavy on defense, we need to be able to package up these picks and maybe do away with our 3rd round pick and somehow trade down and get down in the 2nd round and get 2 picks out of the 2nd. Get a good 1st round pick, get 2 picks out of the 2nd, and then just figure out a way with our 4th and 5th picks and 6 picks. We gotta figure out something. So for instance, if just me speculating, OJ Howard on the board, we got the 28th pick, we pick him up, and then with the 2nd pick, with the 2nd round, we figure out a way to get one of these scrappy defensive players and trade back down and get another defensive player. We got to take some type of risk this year if we really just want to take everything to the house. In my opinion, look how this guy come down and hit. Boy, I love that, boy. I don't like that at all. I love that. Look at that. Bam. He had to make a business decision on that, but take them legs. He can't go nowhere without them legs. And the reason why I say that because, or we can do the inverse. We can go get the defensive player we really want. That 28 pick. We get the defensive guy we really want, like a Dory Jackson or somebody like that, or Tabar Tees or Tees Tabar, whoever. Get that pick. We happy. But we need to try to wheel and deal to get two second round picks to get that explosive offensive guy that we really need. We don't need to try to gamble in the 6th and 7th round of getting a player that might be able to have speed and quickness and end up having a Lucky Whitehead Jr. We really need one of these guys that explosive on the offense. We need those type of guys, because us just trying to play it safe to the belt, it's just gonna cause us to go back over and over again, going down the same pathway. All right, so let me see what we got in the Bookie Buddha Baker Mason does remind me of the Honey Badger. I like Baker a lot. He flying to the ball, man. We need to draft a cornerback that can with the. See that Sports Gamer, I'm tired of developing, man. I want it now. You know what I mean? I want something now. But you may be right. Victor Bolden, man, that guy, Jonathan Hall, is amazing. Let me see this guy. I think he said I don't know if this is a player you want me to look up, John. I'll take a look at him. I'll take a peek at him. But Harris highlights normally have good ones. Remember the name. Artavis Scott. What is he? What position he play? Shout out to this guy getting 50,000 subscribers. Well, he got 82,000 subscribers. Close this out. We don't need to see all that, right? Corner. Scott, number 3, Clemson. Is he a Victor Bolden? Victor Bolden, I meant to say. That guy right there is amazing. Shout out to Cook. Thank you for joining in to the channel. No doubt. Appreciate what you do for the country, fam. Got quick. He just don't jump out the screen like that Victor Bolden kid. That guy was just faster than life. Faster than lightning too as well. But this guy's quick too. I ain't not gonna lie. We don't need another quick player. We need fast and quick. Ooh, I love that. I love that hop step. Joystick. Oh, got a little strength on him. I like that. Fight for the touchdown. This guy, he might benefit from Mike Williams. And this is what we should see on our team, man. Shout out to Dez Bryant going to the Pro Bowl. But we need players that can just step out. I was thinking that Terrence Williams this year was going to be able to step out, and Bryce Butler, but they kind of disappeared in big moments. Ooh, he burnt number 5. Juiced him, boy. I like that. I love that. He's going to juice him again? Fight for the ball? He's a body catcher. I hate that. I'm just saying that kid, Victor, was catching. Well, he caught that ball with his hands, so I take that back. He's not a body catcher. But that guy, Victor Bolden, man, he's this guy fast too. This guy fast, man. I think he's fast and quick. That's what we need. I got a fickle mindset myself. These scouts gonna have their hands full this year. I guarantee you that. Pap, Remy, shout out to you, man. Shout out to Cowboy Nation as well. Let's go Cowboys. We gotta be smart. We gotta be decisive. And this guy just burned and murdered that guy. Just murdering that guy. He catches the ball with his hand. My bad. I was saying he was a body catcher because I saw one pass. And these are all highlights anyway, but he proved me wrong. This guy is pretty good, pretty sharp. I want to know what his measurables. He looked kind of small in stature out there. All world speed. Yeah. Tank Kingsley from Clemson or Connolly from Ohio State would also be a nice fit for cornerbacks. I like the hooker. I like the hooker kid from Ohio. Bowden also has hands. Yeah. No more Terrence catches. Yes, man. We don't need nobody that's going to be able to try to catch the ball with his body and stuff like that. And we need people that's going to, we need people that's going to be able to be formidable to the team. Like I said, we need dogs out there, man. I ain't talking about future first pick. Let's see what we got. What we got in the Jonathan Allen kid. That's what I'm talking about. Meaty, beat off the line. If we can't get Myles Garrett, if we can't get Solomon Thomas, we got to figure out a way to get. I'm gonna look up Tim Williams next, but we're gonna figure out a way to get some guys like this and or Reuben Foster. Like I say, this draft, man, this draft is just loaded with defensive players. Look at this guy. Is he gonna make it? This guy gonna make it, brother. No, he didn't make it. Oh, he made it. Like you're carrying a loaf of bread, boy. That big boy. We need a big guy like that. Put him next to Collins, number 96. Boy. Right beside Collins and whoever we keep on the team, McClain or Crawford. Those guys on the D-line, boy. Can we just draft at least 4 or 5 people from Alabama, man? These guys are just rolling. And I ain't not just talking about Ty. They rolling everywhere, boy. Yeah, he going top 5. It's just wishful thinking, right? Yeah, man, this is just dominance, man. This guy right here. God. Can this guy have a little off the field issue or something like that so he can slip a little bit? I just play. Reuben Foster will be gone by 28. So Hooker will be gone. Reuben Foster will be gone. Solomon Thomas will be gone. I mean, one of these guys got to slip. Sidney Jones or Dory Jackson. I can just go on and on. Jabril Peppers. We got Myles Garrett, Charles Harris. So one of these guys bound to slip, man. But this guy right here, look at this rumble jumble, man. One of these teams are gonna make a mistake, man. In the draft, one of these teams are gonna make a mistake. Now, and I'm betting my money that Will McClay will not make that mistake this year. But man, this is sexy right here, boy. This is sexy. That's somebody we need right there to just be disruptive, guaranteeing double. You can't just guard this guy one-on-one. Look how he just gobbled that guy up. No off the field issues. Ain't that something? I thank God for that. I thank God for all these good players that with all these off the field issues that exist, and no peace pipe or none of that stuff. This year, I'm glad that we're not seeing anything this year. Reuben Foster one joint from dropping to John. What you saying that Reuben Foster one joint would drop? Yeah, man, we need to figure out something, man. If we can just figure out a way, you know, to get a dominant player like this. That's number 56, Tim Williams. Ooh, you saw that swim? You guys saw that swim? You saw that swim move? All right, that's one weapon in the tool book. Swim. I love a young kid, boy. But we come off the edge, boy. So what is his projections? Tim Williams, where do you think he's gonna go? All right, coverage, sack. I like that. Fighting for the ball, still don't have the awareness of where the quarterback at in the pocket. And this guy's coming for the sack. Excuse me. This guy coming for the ball each and every time. I like his technique. He's not gonna just wrap you up. He's going for the ball. They teach good coaching technique. Look, well, he wrapped him up that time. That seemed like a big boy, big number 15, a big boy, big quarterback. Coming off the edge. I like that. I love that. Oh, I love that. Look. You saw how he got skinny? Turned his shoulder just a little bit. Now that's just pure speed right there. Speed rush. Salute. This guy. Busy hands. I like that. Watch his hand. His get off is just amazing, man. His get off, his technique. Watch it. Like a blur in the screen. Look at this boy get off, man. You thought he was offside, man. And then number 93, that big boy coming in to help him out. Look at that boy. Look at that get off the edge, boy. Just making these guys mince meat. Where you at? Coming. And that's on my Prescott. Look how he come off the edge on Prescott. And that's one thing about Prescott. He still don't have that awareness, man. Look at Prescott. Look, Prescott. We saw that too many times this year. Prescott, you got to start sliding, man. When you see, look, man, I'm not trying to cast any aspersions on Prescott, but when you see that pocket finna start collapse, you slide left. You supposed to start. He waited too late. And Prescott still look like that in times this year, man. I hope this year that they get his feet work, you know, better practice. He got to have busy feet, man, and you playing the next level. Ooh. This guy's disruptive, boy. I think Alabama, if run for their money, if they had if they was that option to get like one NFL quarterback and play the Cleveland Browns, I think the Alabama team, Roll Tide, would be able to at least put up points against Cleveland Browns, maybe beat them. All right, so who else you guys got? That was enjoyable. That was a wonderful film to watch there, man. This guy, Tim Williams, wishful thinking, top 15 without a shadow of a doubt, unless he do something crazy at the combine or go out and have too much of a party the night before or something like that, and it just drastically drop his ratings and stuff like that. All right, so we got Derek Barnett. Let me see who I'm gonna go with. Let's go with the greatest. I think I looked up this kid before. Let's see what we got up for this guy. Hey Henry, if Tim from your home state, tell Tim to come on down to Dallas and talk to Jerry and see what they can do to figure out a way to get him on this team. Remember, we have Jalen Smith as well at linebacker. Yeah, Jalen Smith is our unicorn, man. Choke slam. Jalen Smith is our unicorn. I think that Jalen Smith will be able to do wonders if he can stay healthy. If he can be healthy, I meant to say. That'll be a plus, man. We just look like a whole different team. And don't forget about Sean Lee. Derek bringing the boom. See, like I'm saying, this draft here is, man, so heavy on defense. And real talk, last year's draft wasn't really that great, you know. Just me being honest, you know. Players that jumped out, of course, Tyreek Hill late in the draft, and you know. But Dak Prescott and late in the draft, and Zeke, he was the only one that kind of like top 10 on the board is kind of like really jumped out. So maybe year 2 from last year's draft would be something that's gonna jump out. I'm talking about collectively, not talking about just on the Cowboys, because we did a good deal with our draft picks, but collectively, last year's draft is not even comparable to this year's draft. For what I'm seeing out here, Remy, what you got in the chat box? We can get a steal in a later round with Erman Lane from FSU, safety 6'3", 206. Whoa, was a wide receiver. Hey man, I'm gonna have to take a look at this guy. Hold on, we're gonna put a placeholder on this Derek guy. I'm gonna look up this Erman Lane. Like I say, I love people that we have prospects of trying to get, but this guy, Derek Barnett, is a beast. Watch a few more clips of this guy. Watch how he come off this. Just scrub, man. Good Lord, look at this. This guy Barnett, man. See, like I say, man, there's just so many things, man. I think he came in from the middle of the stunt blitz. Yeah, John, a lot of late round guys did good, but they didn't jump out on the screen, man. Collectively, I'm just talking about collectively, not trying to cast any aspersions on draft picks, because it normally takes 3 to maybe 4 years for a draft pick to become formidable, you know. Is this the guy right here? Erman Lane, junior safety. Boy, you talking about haircut. Let's see what we got. I hope it's highlight really good. This is must when he played wide receiver in the fast line. Let's see what we got. He's just talking. I might have to do some more and put a placeholder on this guy. Shout out to @Dallas Cowboys on the Twitter. Prescott scares me, but this is from Henry. Prescott scares me, but not having the elusiveness in the pocket. Yeah, Prescott is that was on his draft card that at times he do get sloppy with his footwork, which causes him to look lazy in the pocket. And we saw several plays or a few plays this year that he was kind of like a statue, although he has the ability to run and escape the pocket. But you will want to see Prescott being able to just skirt out and get out quicker than what he used to do. So hopefully, you know, during this off season, he can figure out quick reads on blitzes, understand where's the Mike linebackers at, coming blitzing off the edges and stuff like that. And he can spot out those things, and he can. It's the subtleness move. The best person that he can emulate this off season, believe it or not, is Tom Brady. He's not the fastest person in the world, but he glides in the pocket. He's able to just casually skate to the left, casually skate to the right when the pressure is coming, and then he's able to get that out. But you're talking about a 12, 13, 14, however many years this guy been in the league versus somebody who's going to be in the second year. So hopefully that he can pick up those quick feet to get out of the way when that blitz coming, so he can minimize those fumbles that he had or those turnovers or rushing to not getting through his progressive or being able to read his offense a little bit faster. And we should see that this year. We shouldn't see the same Dak Prescott from last year. Let me see what else we got on. The one thing that will be bad for the Dallas Cowboys isn't the step back. Yeah, if the defense step back, then we'll have a big problem. This defense really needs to step it up and be able to be formidable to the team this year. I really think that that's something that we really needs to do. Anybody else that you guys have a mind on? What is the news on Charles Tapper? The news on Charles Tapper is that he, like I said, we lamented earlier that he feels that he's able to come back and play, but everybody says that until they get hit, So what we're waiting on is training camp to come, mini camps to start, and see what he does out there on the field. Is he able to stay healthy? Because believe it or not, this happened during the off season or what have you. He tweaked his back, and then he said that he was able to come back. He came back, and then next thing you know, they did some more research on the guy and figured out that it's degenerative. So meaning that it's always going to be regressive versus progressive. So hopefully they got some type of technology to help eliminate that degenerative nerve damage, whatever he has in his back, and he's able to get out there on the field. What else we got out there on the chat log? They made it work despite the injuries and suspensions. Defense last year, yeah, they made it work, but we don't need to create no more excuses. We need to be able to get out there and just play. There's 31 other teams out there that have the same obstacles that we have, and we got to be able to figure it out to get out there to play defense a little bit better. This year, if I'm the defensive guy on that team, or if I'm Rob Marinelli, if I'm anybody who's like I'm Sean Lee, I'll call everybody into a room, lock the door, and say, this year, 2017, we are going to be known for our defense. I'm tired of everybody talking noise. I'm tired of everybody talking about we can't do this, we can't do this. Let's play this year with a chip on our shoulder. We let our team down. Our offense scored 31 points in the divisional round, and we let the team down. This year, we're not going to allow a team to get over, X amount of points. Or we're going to hit them in the mouth. We're going to play aggressive. We're going to play with tenacity, strength. We're going to play with that type of willpower of our mind, body, soul, and spirit. And if you're not signed up to do that right now, then there's the door. But this year, going to be the last of the Dallas Cowboys have nobody on defense. That's need to be the talk for the offseason. We need to get out there, get these young players, whoever they may be, we need to get out there, get these guys to be formidable for the team and be able to be good on and off the field. They don't need to have nobody. They don't need to have nobody with weed problems. They need to have nobody with girlfriend problems and beating up women and all that good stuff. They need to have somebody out there that's going to play like this guy, a monster. Just wishful thinking, because this guy he won't be on the board. I can guarantee you that with the 28th pick. But we need that type of guy, who's able to just play aggressive and make everybody, elevate everybody that's next to the right and the left of him, and just play with that type of strength. All right, so what we have, Mason, NFL.com mocking us. Curtis Samuel, wide receiver, Ohio State with the. Okay, let's take a look at him. Let's see what we got, man. Because these guys are the ones that are getting paid to do all this mock draft and stuff like that with their expertise and knowing football and all that stuff. They have access to film, paperwork and background checks that we would have to pay an arm and a leg for. Yeah, it's got quick, but this might be the intro. Good point from @Dallas Cowboy Blue on the Twitter. Good point. Last defense should be embarrassed. Just imagine that if our offense wasn't as good. Oh yeah, it'd been a blowout. Billings was drafted last year. Yeah, you're correct. John. So Rolando McClain wouldn't be invited to the meeting. Hell no. Rolando McClain need to go. He don't need to be close to the team. This guy right here. Let me see if I can find another. I don't like how you did that highlight. I need the actual plays, but I want speed at wide receiver. That is what we are missing from 87 running. Yeah, you're right. 5'11", 197. Number 4. Let's see what we got. He quick. My stomach, boy. I need to go grab me something to eat. But yeah, he's quick, and I like that. That's speed right there. I know Zeke the Freak will love this guy. What are you gonna catch it with? Yeah. I love that. Come on with it, Curtis. Come on with it, buddy. Dual threat. I love that. Dual threat playmaker. Just got speed, and speed is the only thing that God gives you. You can't go out and create it yourself. And that's something that we really need. I'm tired of Lucky Whitehead of the worlds, man. Look, is he gonna get caught? Nope. Is he gonna fumble? Nope. I like that. Ooh, speed. Is that guy gonna disappear? He's gone, mama. 5'11", 197. So he's a little stock. A little thick, man. Because Lucky Whitehead is about 178, 180. This guy built right, so that means he's not going to be as injury prone. Then he comes from a good system. Let's see what he's going to do with it. I like that. Got a little swag to him. Got a little swag. Watch this. Just fast. Shoom. Kind of uniform. Oh, is he gonna catch it? Caught it with his hands. Come on, T. Will. You gotta catch the ball like that. T. Will. See, look, this is how you catch it, and then you bring it to your body if you don't feel secure with the ball. But initially, it should touch your hands first. Hands first. Look at that. Look at that, hands first. Are they gonna give me a replay of the replay? They'll give me a replay. They're gonna give me a replay of the replay. Look at that. Hands push the ball to your body. Don't let the ball hit your chest and then you try to corral the ball. Did they line this guy up and tailback? Yes, they did. We can forget about plays like that. You know, our offensive coordinator don't do that. But yeah, catches the ball at the apex, at the highest point. Look at that. Oh, and let me see. Let me go rewind. I wish I can zoom in. Did he catch it? Still a little body catcher. It's all good. I let him pass with that one. I like this little kid. That would be crazy enough to get another running back. I mean, John, you got to understand, you talking about Jerry Jones, man. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we go get McCaffrey, put him out there in the backfield too as well. Like I say, we need speed. We need somebody to do kickoff returns. We need You need all that type of stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got rid of Jackson. So, I mean, Darren McFadden, not the youngest guy I know. And Alfred Morris looked like a refrigerator with legs running out there. It could be possible. And Dunbar is the last leg of his contract or whatever. And he really don't bring in that much of excitement to the team. And I know we loyal to a default with Dunbar. But would you imagine, you just close your eyes and you can imagine Ed McCaffrey or whatever his name is, son. What's his name? McCaffrey? I don't know his first name. But I know it's McCaffrey being on the. Yeah, man. Alfred Morris, sluggish, boxy looking man out there, man. Didn't do nothing this year. He was all right for. I can't spell word for job. Is it Ed McCaffrey? Is his name Ed too? Is he a junior? Oh, Christian. Okay. Sue me, but I remember Ed McCaffrey back in the days with Madden, when you play football with Madden back in the days, before he got all high tech. I think he used to play for the Denver or something like that. Remember that little guy? What was all this talk? Let's get to the nitty gritty of things. Let's get to the nitty gritty, man. I hate highlights like this. Let's see if I can find. Christian, thank you, John. Let's see what we got. Somebody who's known for doing highlights. Harris highlights. Did I just click on that one? Let's see. Yeah. You just never know what. Then again, you got a charming, nice guy who can run, come from a good stock of pedigree. Then why not go grab McCaffrey if he's there? You better grab him before your opponent grab him or something like that. And like I say, this is why I hate the draft, because you got players like this. Look at this highlight. You got world-class players like this that comes all from all shapes and forms of the draft, who can change your whole entire franchise. Just one player can change your whole entire franchise. And then if you look at it collectively with the running back situation, a lot of times in the second quarter this year, last season, number 21 wasn't out there. It was such a drop off, man. I was sitting there yelling at the TV like, put Dunbar in. Don't get Alfred Morris out of there. Or let's see if we can just put him back out there, run him till his tongue fall out. Excuse me. But I hate highlights like this. It's just too close up. You really can't see anything that you really wants to see, because all of this is just glorifying the movie. This guy is sick though. And anybody who drafted this guy, and they say, well, you don't want to draft a white running back because they ain't known for doing this and they're not known for doing that. Man, you a fool. This guy right here, whether or not he was purple, blue, green, orange, or midnight black, you want this guy on your team, because what he brings to the team, I always say elements. And they always hear me saying, oh man, he brings an extra element to the team. Have anybody watched that movie, Fifth Element, with I think Bruce Willis? And it was an old school movie. There was this blue lady had this element inside her that can destroy a whole planet or universe, but they had to keep it away from the bad guys. That's who he is. He's that fifth element that you can put on your team, that regardless, look at this, man, you can't coach that. You just can't coach that. He come from a great stock of pedigree. You can go to sleep at night. You don't have to worry about your phone ringing. You don't have to worry about your phone saying that this guy's out drinking, this guy's smoking weed, this guy out there beating up women. You don't have to worry about that with this guy, because he come from a good stock. He's player driven now. He didn't play in the bowl game, and they probably question his tenacity or his will, his just sheer will to be a team player. But damn it, this guy got a chance to play for the league, so I would have did probably the same thing. Nothing guaranteed to you, so that means this guy is just smart and intelligent, got a nose for the ball. like a baby Reggie Bush from college. And people would say, "Oh man, Reggie Bush didn't do nothing in the pros," but Reggie Bush is a Super Bowl running back, and he was able to help push and elevate that team to the next level when he played in that particular Super Bowl. So neither here nor there. This guy is amazing. I don't care what anybody would say, whether or not his color or his creed or whatever he's from. Look, if Christian McCaffrey, whatever his name is, if he's on your draft board and you kind of like, I don't want to get him because this and that, you a fool. You better grab this guy because he's going to bring that extra element to your team. Things that's unexplainable, things that you can imagine. You can just imagine this particular guy on your team, where regardless of who you play, that defensive coordinator on the opposite side is going to say, you know what? We got to worry about this guy. We really got to sit down and worry about this guy because we just don't want to look foolish out there. And then on top of that, to add the extra layer of insult to injury. When you score a touchdown, you mean to tell me you got to kick it to this guy? You know what I'm saying? Or when it's 4th and 36 or 4th and 18, or if it's 4th and 10, you mean to tell me you got to punt the ball to this guy? And then you got to worry about the guy. Then you got to worry about Ezekiel Elliott. Then you got to worry about Ezekiel Elliott and Christian McCaffrey in the backfield. Come on, man. It's just this guy would be a perfect fit for the Cowboys. Now, are they going to make that pick? I digress. Because like I said, you got O.J. Howard. Let's say if you got Eddie Jackson out there, it's so many things, man. This could go crazy out there when it comes to drafting. That's why I hate the draft at some points, because you just don't know, who's going to be available to you when that time is needed. All right, so what else we got in the chat box? Let me see. Remy, I know we want to build from the draft, but we do need Pro Bowl types of players, like free agencies on the D, someone smart like Lee. Yeah, I'm glad you said that, Remy. The thing is, when you're talking about free agencies versus draft, a free agent, and this guy's a beast too as well, a free agency, and we don't have a chance of getting him because we already got Zeke, but neither here nor there. I just like to just show this highlight of this guy just running the ball with his finesse skills and all that good stuff. The deal is with free agency and stuff like that is that a free agency versus the draft, a free agency is that 85 to 90% window of a known commodity. You know what you're going to get from a free agency player. Now versus the draft, it's a fickle process. You really just don't know who is gonna merge and whose skill set is gonna translate, or you just don't have data to show that this player is gonna be able to play 16 games, or gonna be able to handle the money, the paychecks that he's getting. Is this guy gonna be able to perform well with teams, or is he gonna have that hungry desire within himself to just understand and learn the playbook? So that's what you get the problems with the draft. You can have this pretty picture with the draft and say, this guy's going to be world class with our team. And he gets to your team and everything just looks sour grapes, or you hang around the wrong guys, or get so hyped and bloviated by, the money that he's getting, and he thinks he owns the world and don't study and just fall to the wayside. So, but with the free agency, you don't have to question the fact that Deshaun Jackson is going to stretch the field. Stretch the field. He's going to be able to do that. So let's say, for instance, you got a choice to get the Curtis kid that we just recently looked at, or Victor Bolden, or you got this Deshaun Jackson on your team, But, you got to make that business decision. And the other part of the missing element or missing problem or missing piece of that whole equation, the conundrum, is that the draft is always going to be cheaper versus the free agency player. They're going to request more money All right, so let's look at, and I hope I answered your question, Pap. I know I'm long-winded, but that's the only way I can break that down. At Dallas Cowboy Blue on the Twitter, I don't see the Jones playing big bucks for free agency. They would try to re-sign some of their own players first. You're right. They need to re-sign some of their own players first. But in order for us to get to that next level, look, the reason why, I'm gonna tell y'all the real reason why Atlanta Falcons are in the Super Bowl right now is because they went to that next tier level. They said, you know what, we need another wide receiver to complement Julio Jones. I'm about to say Julio Jones, and they went out and got Sanu. They had a running back already in Freeman. You see what I'm saying? And they went and drafted a Coleman. You see, you just don't do these type of things, but they did these type of things. They knew that they had to elevate their offense in order to get things to going in the right direction for Matt Ryan. Now, if Matt Ryan gonna be able to beat the Patriots, I don't know, but statistically and data shows that they should be able to beat the Patriots. Just off along that they're playing they're still playing in the southern region. They're playing in the domes. They get a fast turf team, and guess what? The Patriots defense doesn't scare anyone to that degree of being able to shut down Julio and shut down Sanu and shut down Freeman and shut down Coleman. They got a lot of weapons to throw at you. And if the Cowboys go with the same mantra of saying that we can win this game with the Terrence Williams of the world and I'm not throwing any shade or salt or anything like that to Terrence Williams and the number 19 kid, the Bryce Butlers, and the Lucky Whiteheads of the world, because the Atlanta Falcons got their Lucky Whitehead, the Gabriel kid, number 18. That's all through free agency and advanced scouting and picking out and understanding, or picking them up from the whatever they picked them up from. That kid is fast. He's fast. He's a true game changer versus whatever Whitehead called himself doing. It's just crazy. I'm not saying that I'm all like how Atlanta gonna win the Super Bowl, but if you look at the statistics and the data, it's all gonna lean towards Atlanta because their defense is coming together, and next year they're on the same path that we are. They're on the same path whereas we at. Whereas they're in a better shoe because now they'll be able to get the defense that they need to complement their offense. And we're looking at all these defensive players, and anybody know anything about the Atlanta coaching, he's leaning more side on the defensive side. So it's gonna be a one hell of a year for us to sit back and see this all unfold, but it's just what it is. All right, so I'm going back to chat box. I know I'm real long-winded on that question, but Christian McCaffrey will be a beast for this team. Let me see. Christian McCaffrey is another long line of great San Diego area players. Let's agree. Where would McCaffrey play? Could he be an upgrade to Cole Beasley? I don't think that he's going to have the knowledge of Cole Beasley at this point, because Cole Beasley been in the offense for like 4 or 5 years now, or going on more. So, but he will be an upgrade of Dunbar. He's, from what I've seen, he'll be pale in comparison to Dunbar. He's just going to blow Dunbar out of the woodshed. You know, get rid of Dunbar at that point. You wasn't the only one telling. Let me see, at Dallas Cowboy Blue on the Twitter, you wasn't the only one telling for them to put Zeke back out there. Yeah, I sure wasn't, man. Reggie Bush is also from San Diego. I didn't know that. I thought Reggie was from Texas or somewhere. Let's see. I think Dallas will go heavy defense on one wide receiver and another swing offensive lineman. Yeah, we do need to figure out how we're going to patch up that right side on the offense. And then we need to figure out what guard is going to put into place of Ron Leary. I don't think that we're going to be able to keep Ron Leary. This guy is a weapon. Jeremy Nichols is a weapon. All right, so what else we got in the chat box? I think Dallas will go heavy on. Yeah, I already read that one. Cook, you said it will be a huge upgrade over Beasley. Then if you put him in motion in the backfield with Zeke, pick your poison. Yeah, Jada, man. If you got McCaffrey, and you got Zeke, and you got Dez Bryant out there on the field at the same place at the same time, I mean, wouldn't you go crazy? And yeah, man, wouldn't you go crazy? Don't pass up on talent. Yes, Henry, Zeke and Christian. That would be amazing, because it is what it is. It's just something that defensive coordinators will be something really for them to think about. Even if McCaffrey, his freshman year or rookie year, just be a spellback for Zeke, if they want to do it that way. But man, look at this guy. Man, this guy is fast, boy. Jeremy Nichols, man. I don't know where he's going to go in the draft, but maybe second round. But man, how can you say that with this guy running fast like that through the highlights? Look at this guy. All right, so at Dallas Cowboy Blue on the Twitter, I would like to bring up something. I don't think our wide receiver coach is doing his job. You would think that they would have Coach Terrence to catch with his hands and see Dez polish his routes and running. I don't know, man. Sometimes, man, you just gotta call a spade, If a wide receiver is able to elevate himself to the next level, then that's that wide receiver skill set. The coach can only coach so much, and reason why I say that is because at this point, Terrence Williams knows what he got to do. He knows that he got to run out. He got to know when he catches the ball and there's 60 seconds left on the clock, or 30 or 40, and he's close to the sideline and you don't have timeout, get your butt out of bounds, Or you can coach somebody and tell them like, hey, the sky's blue, the sky's blue, the sky's blue, the sky's blue, and that person get out there and say, well, I think the sky's kind of orange or aqua, a different shade of blue or something like that, and they debate you and you go back and forth. But you telling that player the sky is blue, and they really want to be hell bent on the sky is orange. And I come from the mindset those who are convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. So that is who Terrence Williams will always be at this point in his career. He'll always be a body catcher. He would never be a number one receiver, and then he'd probably get backlashes and all this stuff and get mad and butthurt about the media and people talking about his skill set. But he got to just understand that's who I am. I can try to make type of corrections, but at this point in the stage of his career, he should be able to say, you know what, I need to figure out on myself that in this point in time, I can't let the ball hit me in the body. That's got to be his call, not the coaching. You can yell, you can fight, you can cry, and push him around. But that's not going to change that guy's mindset. Not in this stage of his career. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but all right. Henry Jenkins handled the frame of being a spotlight in Dallas media, women, and other distractions. Yeah. If rookies can be able to do that. Jonathan Stone, do you think Jalen Smith would make that big of a difference on the defense in the first season? Do you think his injury will continue to plague him? I really think so. I think he's always going to favor that side of his body, favor that knee. He's always going to be that type of person that 4.37 documented to 40. This guy right here, PJ Locke, we're going to take a look at this guy. But collectively, I think that Jalen Smith will be okay. Jalen Smith will, still be formidable if I look at all his tapes and film and his mindset. But it's just going to have to be something that we will have to see with our eyes during training camp. We're going to have to see this guy in pass. We're going to have to see this guy get hit. We're going to have to see this guy take a hit in the knee, believe it or not, to see what we're going to get out of this guy. And Adoree Jackson, Jordan, is a beast, man. I'm going to go back, probably watch his film after this clip. almost close to 11 o'clock my time. But we're going to take a look at everything and we can. But look at this guy right here. Let's take a look at PJ Locke. They got him down as lockdown, but I like speed. He can't coach speed. Right. He look like a tweener, maybe. Second or third round pick. Take that back, third or fourth. Let me see. NFL mocking us as Rajuel Douglas, cornerback, West Virginia, third round as well. Didn't know if you knew anything about him. Let's see what we got here. Boy, he laid the hammer on that guy. That guy laid out like Family Guy. You know who this guy put me in the mind of? PJ Locke. Reminds me of Scandrick, man. Orlando Scandrick Jr. Really not super flashy, but not away from the ball and come down in the pocket and just destroys. Kind of look like Orlando, man. I'm not seeing anything jump out. I could be wrong. I hope I am wrong, but you know, in draft you always want to look at comparables. Who this guy's skill set translate with, who he's comparable to, and what he can bring to your team. And yep, that looks just like Orlando right there. Put their hands on the ball but can't bring it home. Can't take the ball away from you, but know how to put his hands on the ball. Get in there. Yep, that looks just like Orlando. He had a jump on the ball, but he was able to get it out of there. Good pick. It's just so weird seeing a defensive guy from Texas wear number 11. Yeah, Sidney Jones would have caught half of those interceptions. Sidney Jones is a beast, class personified, in my opinion. Okay, I like this. I like the title, said interception machine. I like that. Whoever this highlight guy, you need to go ahead and purchase that editing software. He doing the free version. Get this out of the way. Let's see what this guy got. Tall, undersized, ball hawk. And that's what this defense need. We need somebody who's gonna be a ball hawking. Yeah, I think Sidney Jones can play safety, but I wouldn't want to transition him to safety. If I've drafted him, he's gonna play on the outside. He's gonna play on the outside and throw him in on the right corner side or something like that of that nature. After I do his evaluations and stuff, him completely. See what his measurables are. See what his split time is 40. He gonna play on the outside. Yeah, I'm not gonna put him down in a slide or anything of that nature. But if it was me, if I had Sidney Jones or Eddie Jackson on the board, if Eddie Jackson, I heard he was allegedly hurt or something like that. But if Eddie Jackson is available, and if I want to get safety, then I'll go ahead and get that Eddie Jackson kid. In my opinion, I could be wrong, and I hope I am, but you know, it's how it is. Or Dory Jackson. Can do kickoff return and punt return. Yeah, I meant to go look up a Dory Jackson after this play, but this guy right here, I like what I'm seeing. This more realistic of a chance of us getting this type of guy. I think Dory Jackson may be gone way before we get a chance to pick him up. Look at this guy. Fighting for the ball. I like that. Who do I, Dave Ortiz? I'm sorry if I murdered your name. I think the Atlanta Falcons will win by 2 touchdowns. I don't know what to score, but I think that they're going to win by 2 touchdowns. I think that they're going to find a way to create pressure. I think they're going to start off running the ball to get the crowd and everything. I really think, in my deep down opinion, I really think that deep down in my opinion, I really think that the Patriots won't be able to stop the running attack, plus the actual passing attack that they just bring. And I'm just saying, I'm not hating on Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady is going to put up a fight, which is like he always does. He's going to be crafty. The Elderman kid is going to be, and the Hogan kid. All those guys are going to just be able to jump out at the screen. But some way, somehow, I just think the Atlanta Falcons, it's just going to be just a better team that day. Just like, in my opinion, and when I look at the Atlanta Falcons, I'm looking at my Cowboys, Same, young team. It's just the only difference between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cowboys is that they got better outside receiver, the Sanu, and the Gabriel is a whole lot better than Butler and Terrence Williams. And Gabriel's a whole lot faster, quicker than Cole Beasley's of the worlds. But we have a better tight end, but we have better running back, but they have a better combination of running back. So I'm just looking at the same mirror of team and that offense. I think the Dallas Cowboys will be able to beat the Patriots. So I'm looking at the Atlanta Falcons, and I think that the Atlanta Falcons will be able to beat the Patriots, because with no pun intended against or casting aspersions or denigrating the Patriots, but who did the Patriots play this year? I think the Steelers were the one of the hardest team they played this year. But this guy, like I say, this Dory Jackson kid is amazing. He won't be in the 28 pick. If so, we need to throw the card in and get him. Oh yeah. Look at this kid, just remarkable, man. Yeah, so this is the last highlight clip of the day, man. I really thank everybody for joining in and being part of the Law Nation, Law Talk Radio, and all that good stuff, and chiming in with all of your expertise, insight, and being interactive with us. Like I say, as I always say towards the end, once this video has been posted and on Facebook or what have you, feel free to comment down below. Let people know, let your neighbor know that this guy does draft talk from a laid-back perspective. I'm not, animated like Ron Jaworski or anybody of that nature. I'm just putting content out here, not serious or anything of that nature. So if you just want a relaxed vibe, chill mode, look at this guy. Watch all the black people just go away. People in the black jerseys just go away. Man, that's good right there. So if you got, you guys run across this channel and you like what you see, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Facebook and other social media platforms like the Instagram, same username, and Twitter too as well. And I try to reach out back to you and get things going in the right direction. As we say, we want to look up players with tenacity, strength, interchangeable, see if they skill set to transition to the NFL and those type of things, leadership, good on and off the field type of players. We're looking for those type of things because the draft is so fickle at this point. But hopefully around May, June, July, and all that stuff, that we have a better insight of these players and on whatever team they go on with their respective parties. And like I say, that's been my time. I thank you guys for yours. And shout out to David in the chat room, Mason, Cook, J4334. Shout out to you, Taco. Yeah, we'll take a deeper look at Taco later. And Jordan, Jonathan Hall, and Sports Gamer 101. Those who been in the channel all day today, asking questions and stuff like that. Thank you all you guys, and especially at Dallas Cowboy Blue on the Twitter. Thank all you guys for joining in and being a part of this show today. Just any questions, feedbacks before I run, just please list them below. And like I said, tomorrow I'm going to try to have the show again at 9 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time Zone, so that everybody can chime in and be live and interactive with me. Hopefully I have a call-in number so you guys can interact that way too as well. Just list the players below. Let me know what you think, and I thank you guys for watching and tuning in to this channel. And like I said, that's been my time. I thank you guys for yours, and remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. May God bless until I see you guys again. How about them Cowboys? Peace, and thank you guys for following the channel again. That's been my time. I'm out. Dory is bad, mama jamma. We're gonna watch this out till it finish out. Dory. Just awesome.